It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Thursday, the first day of September. I'm Michael Groff. Today marks the start of meteorological fall, and it will feel anything but fall-like over the next several days, as temperatures will remain above average, likely getting into the excessive heat criteria by this weekend. But there is some good news way out there toward the end of the extended forecast period. Signs that we should see some cooler temperatures, maybe some chances of rain. We are keeping our eyes on the tropics as well, as things look to start to get rather active in the East Pacific. So a lot going on. Let's talk about it. First, we'll look at the almanac from yesterday. 109 degrees was the afternoon high, 89 the morning low. The normal high 104, the normal low 82. And as we take a look outside right now here at 10:15 a.m., sunny sky in Phoenix. We're sitting at 97 degrees. Dew point still up at 60, so it's kind of muggy out. Relative humidity 30%. The winds are light and the barometer is falling. The weather pattern here across the southwest just hasn't changed over the last several days. High pressure is sitting to the north and northwest of us, and that's actually not a bad position typically to bring shower and thunderstorm activity off of the mountains into the lower deserts. Kind of a monsoonal east-northeasterly flow. However, the southwest is rather moisture-starved, at least over Arizona. Not to mention, with that ridge sitting there and rather warm temperatures aloft, we'd have a very hard time getting showers and storms to develop anyway. Here's the watch warning map. The big story out here in the western states is the heat. We've got heat advisories and excessive heat warnings extending from Southern California up into the Great Basin, Southeast Oregon, Southwest Idaho. And here in the Phoenix area, another excessive heat warning in effect from 10 a.m. Sunday through 8 p.m. on Labor Day. So this holiday weekend should be a rather hot one, but as we all know, that is certainly a possibility here in early September. The convective outlook for today, no organized areas of severe weather expected across the contiguous United States. And here's a look at the tropics in the East Pacific. We've got a couple of waves out here, one just south of the Baja, another one over there in the far East Pacific off the southern and southeast Mexican coast. Now, the westernmost wave has a high chance of developing in the short term. That eastern wave in the short term probably will not develop, but over the next 3 to 5 days, we do expect further development. It will be entering into a favorable environment for such, and that's the wave we're going to watch for a potential impact on our weather at some point in the middle and latter part of next week. I say potential, there's a lot that could go with that, so we will talk about it in modeling in just a moment. Here's a look at precipitation. Now, this is valid through Thursday morning of next week. Rain amounts here in Phoenix, they've painted in maybe a couple hundredths of an inch, and that's about it. Here across central and southern Arizona, if we see any precipitation at all, it will not be much. But we'll get into the details of all of this right now as we take a look at the models, see what the future may hold. This is the GFS. It is the 12Z run, and this is valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. High pressure continues to sit out here across the western states. It's a very strong ridge, and as a result, a lot of sinking air and not much in the way of clouds or showers and storms developing for us. So down at the surface, sunny sky for the rest of the day today. High temperatures anywhere from about 104 to 107. Tonight, clear sky, overnight lows, upper 70s to middle 80s. And then tomorrow, more of the same sunny sky with high temperatures right around 102 to 106. Now, of note here on the GFS, it is trying to develop some widely scattered showers and thunderstorms, and even trying to push a few of those into the lower deserts. I would say that is a very, very slim possibility. There might just be enough moisture for some isolated storms, but with that capping inversion here over south central Arizona, I just think that this is an overdone solution on the part of the GFS. All right, let's go to the weekend here, the holiday weekend. Saturday, mostly sunny and hot as this ridge intensifies. High temperatures anywhere from 107 to 110. And we expect that to continue on Sunday and Monday. Now, we will watch for the possibility of a few showers and storms over the higher terrain, but the chances of those getting into the lower desert, specifically Phoenix, are extremely low, and we've kept any mention of rain out of our forecast through the entirety of the Labor Day weekend. On Tuesday, troughing is developing off of the Pacific Northwest coast. Our ridge here across the west is starting to weaken, so maybe a few more showers and storms fire up over the mountains, but I think our chances of rain stay fairly minimal here. High temperatures will back off a couple of degrees, and that will hold true on Wednesday as well. Meanwhile, down to the south, we will keep our eye on that tropical wave that I was showing you over the far East Pacific. This is expected to develop into a tropical storm or hurricane. What happens to it after that is still anyone's guess. Our deterministic model guidance and the majority of our ensemble members take it into the southern Gulf of California. Many of those those ensemble members, move it up into central Mexico. And maybe some of that moisture gets into southeast Arizona, West Texas, New Mexico, in that region. It is unlikely that we will see direct impacts from that system. But of course, it is a week out now at least. So we'll have a lot of time to keep an eye on what's going on with that system. So we'll let you know. But for now, a small increase in moisture with maybe a few more showers and storms across the state on Wednesday is expected. And then a week from today, this is Thursday, the 8th of September, we've got a shortwave trough over the northern tier states, parts of Montana and Idaho, Wyoming, and then another trough forming from the remnants of our tropical system moving north across northern Mexico, New Mexico, and West Texas. And again, Arizona kind of on the dry side of that. So we could see a few showers and storms, but probably nothing of consequence. The one thing that does appear more evident is that temperatures will lower more substantially. We could see high temperatures dropping to average or even below average levels by late next week and the following weekend. As we take a look out 10 days, this is Saturday, the 10th of September. Now, the GFS shows a ridge over Texas and northeast Mexico, Arizona kind of under a southerly flow. And so a few showers and thunderstorms could continue here with some moisture filtering in from northern Mexico. And looking at rainfall for Phoenix, this is going out through the 15th of September. This is coming off of the European ensemble. Again, there's 51 members in this ensemble. Each individual member has their own physics and initialization parameters that they use, their own analogs and all that. So, you get different outcomes here. Some of these members show no rain at all. Others are showing a couple of inches of rain. And then there's some that fall in between. The ensemble mean, which is what you generally look at here, is around a half an inch, denoting that there is a possibility for somewhat more active weather here after about another 7 or 8 days and into the middle part of the month. But I'm kind of at the point where I will believe it when I see it. All right, and looking at temperatures off of the national blend of models, staying above average through the weekend and early next week, and then a clear trend down seems evident with high temperatures perhaps dropping below the century mark way out there toward 10 days and beyond. And that is going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video back here tomorrow morning. If you enjoy these videos, be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, suggestions. Music fans, it is there 24/7, 365, talking about that streaming station. It is called KMGX. We play a ton of music, have a lot of fun doing that. Myself and the Asian sensation, my one and only Michelle, involved in the programming, operation, voicing, and janitorial work for that station. So do check it out. I'll leave a link to it in the description. I thank each and every one of you so much for all of your continued support. It is greatly appreciated. You guys be safe, stay cool, stay hydrated out there, and have yourselves a beautiful Thursday.